Hi everyone, it's Max and welcome to a new week's reading vlog. It's been a while. It's been like a month and a half almost. I did not vlog any of June and now it's July 12th and I am starting a new week's vlog. In June/July, for 3 weeks, I was in Egypt and I just decided, you know, I'm not gonna vlog. I'm not gonna do anything that has to do with BookTube. I pre-scheduled videos, so videos did still come out. But now I am home and I am ready to vlog and get back into my schedule. I didn't vlog at the beginning of June either, just because I was just busy getting everything ready, so I just decided to let it go. I did finish all of the physical books on my June and July TBR. I did not read nearly as many arcs as I had hoped, but that's fine. This week, so it is the 12th, it's Monday, and I have decided to read my Fairyloot books. I have 3 like physical actual books I've gotten from Fairyloot so far that I haven't read. Now, if the July Fairyloot comes this week, I will add it, but for now I do have a book that I bought myself that was in a Fairyloot in the past that I've added to this TBR. But I'm going to read them, except for that last one, in order of when I got them. So the first one was, I think, the March book of the month, and that was The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. I am already 132 pages into it, and I'm enjoying it. This is Russian folklore, and it is about a world where a city or country, I think it's more like a city, is taken over by like ice, and everyone is frozen except our main character who survived it. She becomes kind of the adopted daughter of like the head of thieves, and she, at the beginning of this book, she was given the task to steal some Luddite, which is what her city was famous for. And when she tries to do it, she's then kidnapped by someone named Ivan, who wants her as part of his crew to go back to the city that she's from to find the Luddite. And she thought her best friend was dead for like a year. And then it turns out that this man who kidnapped her, or kind of was actually Alec, who had Alec, and they are part of a crew that go to try and get this Luddite. They are on their way right now. It's pretty fun. It's fast paced. It's only like 325 pages, so I'm going to try and finish it tonight. It is like 9:40 p.m. So I'm going to try. I only have 200 pages left, and I think I will be able to do it because it is very fast paced. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and this is about a woman who's a healer at a prison, shocking, and a rebel princess is brought in, and she is tasked with competing in this trial, and no one who has ever competed in the trial has lived. And our healer gets a note from like the rebels saying like, we're coming, keep her alive, and asks her to complete the trials for her. And I thought this was like female because hello, prison healer and the princess, but I think it's actually like straight, like heterosexual, which is like fine, but I had hoped it was female. But I am really excited for this. Also, the cover is just gorgeous. And then the last Fairyloot that I have is Witches Steeped in Gold, which honestly, I do not know. Oh, I have it upside down. I do not know much about this. I know there's rival witches and they have to team up for some reason. Order divides them, revenge will unite them. So that's all I'm gonna say because I don't want to read this all right now. And this is a lot longer than I thought it was. Oh, it's over 500 pages. So I am I'm gonna give myself basically today to read The Bright and the Pale just because it's so short. I just want to bust this out. And then 2 days to read each of the others, which Prison Healer would be like Tuesday, Wednesday, Witches Steeped in Gold will be Thursday, Friday. So Friday, you know, weekend, I can read a lot. And then Saturday, Sunday, unless I get the June Fairyloot, sorry, not the July Fairyloot, but the June Fairyloot, I'm going to read Master of One by Jada Jones and Danny Bennett. This was the December Fairyloot, and I did not receive that, but I did buy it because I thought it sounded interesting. And this is like, I feel like so it's a thief, and he's nabbed by a royal sorcerer to find these relics for some reason, and it turns out relics are actually people, and I think they all team up to like go against like the government. It says, welcome to the Queen City, a terrible place to live, an excellent place to die. I'm intrigued. It says 6 Fae relics, 1 daring thief, the score of a lifetime. So we'll see. I do like a good heist tale. I like a thief. I like, you know, found family, like a group of people and just like fighting the hierarchy or whatever, the government. So I am excited for this. And if I don't get my June Fairyloot this week, then I'm not going to complain because I am pretty pumped about this. So I've got a couple shorter books, a couple long books. I'm pretty sure these two are both over 500 pages. And then The Bright and the Pale is only 325. And The Prison Healer is around 400. So hopefully I will be able to do it, because I just want to bust out my Fairyloots and I don't want to be like super stuck in trying to like catch up at some later date. So here we go. Here are the 4 books on my TBR and we'll see how it goes. But The Bright and the Pale, I am enjoying it. It's fast paced, it's fun, it's friends to lovers, and I'm not a big fan of like friend to lover because honestly, it just feels rushed, even though it's like not, because they've known each other for forever, but we don't know that. I feel like it works like Percy Jackson worked because we had like 7 books of them meeting, of them becoming friends, best friends, and then falling in love. That's fine. That's a progression I like. But when they've been friends for like years, but you're dropped like right before they like decide to become a couple, I just feel like it's so insta-lovey. So we'll see. I am enjoying it though. It's fun. It's fast paced. It's not gonna be a 5 out of 5 stars by any means, but I'm just having a good time. It's an easy, fast paced, after like so many high fantasy novels, it's nice to just like read like a fun, fast-paced YA, you know, fantasy that's like easy to follow along and easy to understand. Because I just read so many high fantasy. So I read the Blade Itself trilogy, the first, can't remember what it's called, the First Law trilogy by Joe Abercrombie, 2 series by Mercedes Lackey, The Last Herald Mage, and the Arrows trilogy. I can't remember what the whole trilogy is called. And then the Sword of Truth trilogy. I read them all on my travels. It was a lot. Almost all of the series ended pretty disappointedly, honestly. I didn't like the endings of any of them except the Arrows trilogy, which kind of sucked. So I'm hoping to just have some fun, just read these, you know, YA fantasies and just have a good time. So we'll see. But I'm going to continue reading and I will talk to you once I've made some more progress. Maybe finished it. We'll see. Okay guys, it is 11 and I just finished The Bright and the Pale. I flew through this. Wow, did I fly through this. I enjoyed it. Did things wrap up pretty easily? Yes. It kind of all came together a little too easily, a little too simply, but I am interested in reading the sequel. I think I'm going to give this like a 3.5 out of 5 stars. It was fun. It was fast. I'm excited to see what happens next. I ship her with a god more than I ship her with Alec, which I don't know what that says, but here we are. Yeah, but overall I did find it really fun, really fast-paced, exactly what I wanted it to be, honestly, and just a good time. And I'm excited, I'm intrigued for the sequel. But first book of the week done. Next is going to be The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. But I am going to go to bed now. It's late and I'm still getting over my jet lag. And I guess I will talk to you all tomorrow once I've made some progress in The Prison Healer. Good night. Hi guys, it is Tuesday night. It's midnight, so I guess it's Wednesday. But I am 127 pages into The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni, and I'm enjoying it. So our main character is obviously a prison healer. She was arrested for her father's crimes, and, well, supposed crimes. And the rebel princess has come, and she is given a note by her family saying to keep the princess alive because they are coming. And so the princess has been challenged to 4 trials that have to do with the elements: air, fire, water, and earth. And now our main character has decided to do the trials for her because the crown prince, or the queen, the rebel queen, is dying, or she's just not doing too well. she has completed the first trial, so that was exciting, and I am really excited to see what happens next. I like our main character a lot. I can never remember anyone's name, I swear. Kiva. I really like Kiva a lot. And now, so I thought it was a female because I thought she was gonna help the fall in love with the Rebel Queen, but the Rebel Queen's like older, so not gonna happen. Well, and then I think she's actually gonna get with Jaren or some, I don't know how to pronounce it. But overall, I am enjoying it. This is my first Lynette Noni. She's got a different series out as well, but I'm liking it a lot, and I'm excited to see what happens. I'm assuming she gets through all the trials in this, even though there is a sequel. I have a feeling the sequel is gonna go more along the lines of like helping the Rebel Queen like take the throne or whatever, but I am intrigued to see what happens next. I am exhausted though, so I'm gonna go to bed. I have a feeling that the fact that I finished The Bright and the Pale in one day is gonna be good, because I have a feeling this is gonna take me 3 days. Tomorrow I am going to a dinner party, so we'll see how much I'm gonna be able to read of this. But I'll talk to you hopefully tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then Thursday. Thursday, yeah. Good night. All right, it's midnight on, I guess, technically Thursday, but I've read another 100 pages of The Prison Healer. So I have 180 pages to go. I'm enjoying it. I really like Kiva, and I'm really interested in like her storyline and her plot. I'm not really into the romance. it just doesn't feel very natural. It feels forced. Like, I like them as friends, but they're really like, I mean, it just feels like she's just like trying to have a romance, when honestly I think they'd be better off as friends. We also don't get that much of the love interest, and like we don't know anything about him. He doesn't really have any personality. He's like in a few scenes, and when he is in scenes, it's like they're never like alone. Like, there's always someone with them, whether it's a guard or her assistant or someone, you know? So it's just like, I don't know, I'm not really connected to them as a couple. But I'm definitely planning on finishing it tomorrow. I am excited. I'm really excited to see what happens. She's about to face her second trial, and I am pumped for it. I'm very pumped to see what happens. And yeah, so I don't really have much else to say. I really like Kiva as a main character. I'm a little confused as to why she's in the prison, because I thought they kind of took her because they couldn't get her dad, but her dad came to the prison, like she came to the prison with her dad. So I'm not sure like why she had to come, because like right now her assistant Tip is a kid. I don't know like how old, but like, I mean, not like a child, but young. I want to say like probably preteen. And it's like the only reason why he's there is because like he came with his mom and he doesn't have anyone else to like take care of him, but like she does. So I'm not sure like why she's in the prison. And I might have missed it because there was a flashback as to like the day that they were taken. And I'm just like not sure why she was taken, but I don't know, maybe it was already revealed and I just missed it, or maybe it'll be revealed later. But I'm gonna go to bed. I am very tired. I'm still trying to get over this jet lag. It's been a week since I got home, but it's still just, it's just draining. So it's like an 8-hour time difference. I'm like exhausted at like 3 in the afternoon because I feel like it's 11 and I'm just like ready to sleep. So I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will talk to you all hopefully tomorrow. I am house sitting again for the people that I house sit for the weekend, so I'm hoping to get in some good reading. I also need to edit and upload videos, so let's hope I can also do that tomorrow. We'll see. Bye. Hi guys, it is 10 and I have 70 pages left in The Prison Healer. It's good. She just completed her 3rd trial, so we have one more. It's the Trial of Earth, and stuff is going down. I am really excited to see how it ends. Yeah, really pumped. Again, still not loving the romance. I'm liking it more, but, and I mean, honestly, like nothing's happened, like nothing's really happened between them. So like, I can't even say like it's insta love because it's not, but it's just kind of like, why him? Like, why is she so into him? I feel like she should be more into Nari, the guard. But overall, I am enjoying it. I really like Kiva as our main character. I really like her. I think she's really smart. She's all about survival. And I love Tip, her assistant, and I really like Nari. And I do like Jaren, don't get me wrong. I like him as a person, and we just found out something about him that I was kind of expecting, but I am excited to see like what happens. I'm already excited for the sequel because there are some obvious things that aren't going to be wrapped up in this. Like I believe the trials will be wrapped up, and maybe, I mean, there's a sickness going around this prison, and they thought it was just certain inmates, but then people who were like favored by guards were starting to get sick and all this stuff. And so she has also been trying to find out what's happening because she is the prison healer. And so she has been testing it, and she just made a breakthrough. So I think the two plot lines that are going to be wrapped up in this are the trials, which are 4 elemental trials: air, fire, water, and earth. And then I think the plague storyline is also going to be wrapped up. Maybe not like, we just found out something, and so like maybe part of that won't be wrapped up, but I think like the plague itself will be, and they'll find like a cure. But I am really excited. I've read that 100 pages very, very fast. I want to say like, I think I started at like 9:20, 9:30, and it's 10, and I read 100 pages in that time. My plan for the rest of the night is to finish the prison healer and then finish editing my May wrap up. I know I should have had it out before I went to Egypt, but I just didn't. I was much more focused on other things like getting ready to go. So I did not do my May wrap up, so I'm gonna finish editing that, and I will post it to YouTube, publish it to YouTube tomorrow. Right now though, I am going to finish the prison healer. I am so excited. I am pumped to see what happens, and I will talk to you all once I finished it. All right, everyone, it's 10:35 and I just finished the prison healer. And I really liked it up until the last like 10 pages. I cannot understand plot twists when it is for our main character who we are in the head of. Like, yes, I don't think it's first person. No, I mean, it's third person, but we only follow Kiva. And so the fact that there's like this plot twist in the last 2 pages, I'm like, no way does that work. Like, she's not like just protecting us. It's not like there's mind readers, and so she like cannot physically think of it without like risking herself. I'm just like, there is no way we wouldn't know about this. I hate when there are plot twists like that where it's like, oh psych, our main character who you're in the head of was keeping a secret from you this whole time. I'm like, there's no way that the reveals that happened in like the last 10 pages were just so ridiculous. It might have even honestly been like the last 5. Basically, the last 5 pages was it for me. I was really into it. I was really enjoying it. I was all for it up until those last 5 pages. It was stupid. And then something also was revealed about her that doesn't connect. Like, I can't say anything without spoilers. So I think I'm gonna give it a 3.75 out of 5 stars because I liked it a lot. It would have been like a 4.25 out of 5 stars up until those ridiculous plot twists and reveals at the end. So yeah, those last 5 pages really sucked. Like, really were a bummer. But anyways, I finished it. Yay. Really happy about that. So next is Witches Steeped in Gold, which all I really know about it is that there's 2 witches and they're enemies, but they have to like team up. And again, I'm hoping it's female, but I feel like it's not, because I guess there's like a really attractive like male witch in it, or like there's a guy who's like super hot. And I'm like, is he a love interest or is he just like a side character? We'll see. I'm starting it tomorrow. It is, I want to say, just over 500 pages. It might be a bit more than just over 500 pages. I feel like that one and Master of One, I think I said, like, realized that they were like the exact same page count. but I can't remember. Even though it was like, what, 3 days ago? 4 days ago, I guess. So can't remember, but yeah. So for the rest of the night, I'm gonna finish editing my May wrap up. I might start all my books on my TBR. It's only, what is it now? Like probably 10:45. Oh, it's exactly 10:45. So, you know, I've got like an hour before I'm gonna wanna like go to like get into bed. So we'll see. But finished my second book of the week. I have 2 more and a weekend, so I am really happy. Overall, it's been good. I feel like Fairyloot's actually been killing it this year. I loved Lore. I really enjoyed This Golden Flame. I liked The Bright and the Pale, and I really enjoyed this one, except those last 5 pages. But Fairyloot, I have honestly found it to be a little bit hit or miss sometimes. But these have been really good, and so I'm like really happy about it. I'm also like, it's nice to just read some YA, which I haven't said in a while, but I just read so many back-to-back adult fantasies that it's like nice to just have some fun, fast-paced YAs, honestly. But we'll see. I'm really hoping to enjoy Witches Steeped in Gold. I've heard about it. I feel like everyone has heard about it on BookTube, but I haven't seen anyone read it. So I don't really know what to expect, if people have liked it or not, but we'll see. Anyways, I'm probably gonna just go to bed. Like, I probably won't update you until tomorrow when I start Witches Steeped in Gold. So I'll talk to you then. Good night. Hi guys. It's Saturday. I did not update you yesterday because I only read a couple pages of Witches Steeped in Gold. Let's see, I'm on page 25. I am enjoying it. Like, I'm intrigued. I like the writing style. I'm interested in like the plot and what's gonna happen. It's just yesterday, I went to the gym on my lunch break, and then my work friend and I went and got drinks after work. And I was a bit tipsy getting home. I got home at around 8, took care of the chickens at the house that I'm house sitting at, and then went to sleep. So I read 25 pages, but I am really excited to continue. Today I don't really have any plans. I'm going to lunch with my mom, but other than that, I don't have anything happening. So I think I'm going to try and read as much as possible. I might go tonight to the bar that the same friend is bartending at, and because I haven't been yet, and like a friend of mine owns it, so like I should go check it out. And finally, I've got a Saturday that I think it'll work out. I don't have any other obligations tomorrow or anything planned tonight. So I think I am gonna go later in the day. So first things first though, I wanna read a bunch of this. My mom's just gonna text me when she's like ready for me to like come for lunch. So not sure when that's gonna happen. It's around 11, so will probably happen the next couple hours. But so let me give you a better synopsis on what this is about. So this follows 2 women, Araya and Jasmine. Now Araya is the heir to the kingdom that was overthrown, and she was like, this kingdom was ruled by people who had magic, and her parents, father, mother was like the king or queen. And then people without magic overthrew them and sent everyone with magic to like this prison that might be like on a different island or something. And I think she's about to participate in a rebellion. Like, I think like literally in the next few pages, there is going to be a rebellion. And then our other main character is Jasmine, who is the daughter of the woman who overthrew the government, and she is the current heir. But she does not really get along with her mom because her mom is a total tyrant, and Jasmine also has magic. So she is a complete and total threat to her mom's rule. And I know that like people, like even her mom's counselors want her gone. They want her dead. And Jasmine, they're basically looking to Jasmine to like rule them after because she is the heir, but like Jasmine is basically helping them plot against her mother. And I think somehow the 2 women team up to go against Jasmine's mother. I don't know, Araya, this rebellion that she might be about to participate in might like free her, and somehow she's gonna meet up with Jasmine. Obviously I'm only 25 pages through it, so I don't know yet what's gonna happen. I am really excited though. I'm enjoying the writing. I'm enjoying our characters. I know it's only 25 pages in, but I have a good feeling about this one. So I'm gonna read. It's a really beautiful day out, so I'm gonna try and go outside on the deck and read. It is very hot. So we'll see how long that lasts, but I'm going to try my best and I will update you before I leave to go to lunch. All right, it is 1:30 and I am 163 pages into Witches Steeped in Gold and I'm enjoying it. So I'm no longer going to lunch with my mom. So I am just reading. I'm now gonna go to the gym, but I am enjoying this. I wish there was more world building. I feel like they're referencing a lot of things that I'm just like, okay. Especially this thing called the yielding, which I think we're about to get more information on as it's about to happen. But I'm just like I'm feeling no urgency or anything because nothing is being explained. And like on the other side of things, so that's Jasmine's side of things. On Ira's side of things, it's like she's like recognizing people based off of like scarring, but she's not explaining the scarring. So she's like, oh, I know that this was a person in this sort of situation because like, you know, and she's like, because of this one scar. And I'm like, but what did the scars have to do with anything? And it's just nothing's being like fully explained, that I don't think it's like hiding anything. It's not like going to be a reveal. So I'm just like, why isn't this explained? Like, I just don't really get it. So I kind of wish we were getting a bit more world building than what we're getting. Because she's also like mentioning stuff a lot of like offhandedly. Like she's like, yeah, and then there's like 3 rulers for the 3 different islands. And I'm like, are there still? Like, how long was that a thing? I thought the Adairs ruled everything. So then when Jasmine's mom like took over, she took over everything. So I just like, nothing's really being that well explained, that I'm just kind of really confused. And then someone that Ida knows is like, she's Ida, whatever the hell this girl's name is, Ira. Like, this girl was the daughter of like a noble, and she's like, I don't know. I just feel like nothing's been explained and it's just like confusing me, because she's like, I don't blame like Jasmine's mom, but also I think like what they did to the Adairs was like crossed a line. But like, I don't know. I feel like some stuff that has been said makes me think that the Adairs didn't rule everything, but nothing's being explained. So I'm just like confused. But I am interested to see what happens next, and I'm enjoying it for the most part. So I'm gonna go to the gym, come back, probably eat some lunch, and then continue reading this. So I will talk to you once I've probably hit halfway. I'm gonna try and read more today. But also maybe not. Maybe I'll just stop when I'm halfway through it and finish it tomorrow. Because if I do somehow finish this today, I'm not gonna, like, I don't think I'm gonna try and also read Master of One. Even though I was planning on giving myself just basically 1 day for that. Well, 2 days for that, but then stuff happened. So we'll see. Especially if I don't finish it today. Like if I only have like 100 pages left of Witches Steeped in Gold for tomorrow, I'm not going to start Master of One. Maybe I'll read like an ebook or something. But anyways, I'm going to go and I will talk to you later. Hi guys, it is 6:15 and I am halfway through Witches Steeped in Gold. It's going well. I'm excited to see what happens next, but I feel like I just don't feel like there's enough explanation about anything. Like every choice that a character makes, I'm just like, why? Like it makes no sense to me because it just feels like a stupid choice. Like every time Ira tries to do something that's like rebellious, it ends up backfiring, and I wish it was explained like why she chose to do what she did and why she thought it would work, because it just keeps not working and we're not told like what it was that she was trying to do. So it just kind of like falls so flat where she just seems to be just really stupid. But I know she isn't, and I think she is making like good choices if the queen wasn't so smart. But I just don't know what they are, and I just feel like she's being ridiculous, like just stupid. Like she's just like, I don't know. I just kind of want to be like, I know she's very powerful. She's a very powerful witch, but I want to be like, do you think people haven't tried to like escape before or like kill her before? Like, why do you think you're the one who's going to be able to do the job? And I'm just, yeah, I really like Jasmine's point of view. I really like Jasmine as a character. And I think she's being really smart about things and like doing things correctly. Ira, I don't think is really doing what like doing a good job at anything. First, like, girl, you're trying to become like a queen. And well, I'm assuming since she's like the heir to this ruling power, like you're trying to become a queen and yet you're like ostracizing and isolating yourself. Like you have people here that could be allies. Like you have people here that could be allies, and yet you just keep like separating yourself from them and being rude to them. And I'm like, instead of like being rude, like befriend them, like they can be your allies, they could work with you. But instead she's just like not doing that. And I just think she's being a little ridiculous. She's not looking at the bigger picture. She's looking at the like here and now. And like, yes, right now they might not be able to do anything for you, but like some of these people are also first children of like powerful families. So like, what's the deal? What's the problem? But alas, we're not, you know, I'm not getting those answers. And she's just being rude to everyone. But I am excited to see what happens next. I feel like the climax is gonna be good. It's gonna be a good showdown. I still have like 265 pages left, so like the climax isn't happening yet. But, God, this cat is making a lot of noise. But, we're hoping that, I don't know what I'm saying. We're hoping Ira gets better. When are Ira and Jasmine gonna actually meet? Because like at the beginning, like the synopsis is that these two women, it says order divides them, revenge will unite them. Like they team up, but they haven't even like, have they met? They might have met. You know, I think they actually have met, but they've only met once. And I'm just like, give us more, please. Like, come on. And it's just like, I don't know, like the whole premise of the story are these two women start working together, and I'm like, when's it gonna happen? It hasn't happened yet, and we're halfway through the book. I know this is the first book in a series. I don't know if it's a duology, trilogy, multi-book series, but you know, so like it might be more of a series goal that they start working together, but I kind of want it to start happening now. I kind of want like a plot scene to happen, because like not a lot has actually happened that like furthers any plot for either of the women. So I'm just kind of like, we're just kind of like going through the motions at this point, and I'm just like, okay, like let's get some action, let's have our characters being more active and not passive, like let's get going, and it just like isn't happening. So we'll see how this goes. I am going out tonight. I'm going to a bar that a friend owns and my other friend is bartending for, so I am going to do that and leaving in about an hour. So I still have time. I might read some more. I'm like basically ready. I just have to do my hair, which is just taking it out of the braid and hoping it looks good. If not, we'll see. But yeah, so that's all I've got planned, and I guess I'll talk to you later, maybe tomorrow, depending on how, like what I do. You know, if I read more and something happens, I'll update you. But for now, let's just say I'll talk to you tomorrow. Hi guys, is this lighting really terrible? Yes. It's Sunday. I have 265 pages left of Witches Steeped in Gold, and I am going to try and sit down and finish it right now. It's a lot of pages. I do realize that. And what time is it? It's 10:49. I don't know when the people who I'm house sitting for are getting home. I asked for an ETA, they haven't responded, but that's fine. So I am really going to try and just bang this out, and then go to the gym, maybe get some lunch, and then hopefully meet a puppy, because that's where the people I'm house sitting for are going. They're going to get a puppy. I am still hoping for like the main plot that was conveyed in the synopsis to like start, like Ira and Jasmine to start working together, because they haven't, and I'm halfway through. I'm gonna be pretty disappointed, honestly, if they don't start really working together in this, because then I think the synopsis should have told a vastly different story, because I don't like it when synopses reveal stuff that happens like second half of the book or even like further. Like if they had just said like Ira tries to infiltrate the palace to like gain the queen's confidence and then kill her, and that's her synopsis, great. That's not a plot twist or a spoiler, because that happens in like the first 20 pages. You find out that that's her plan. And if Jasmine's is like she's trying to toggle the line between helping rebels go against her mother and also being her mother's heir. Like something like that, I would have been much more invested in the story that is happening right now. But the fact that they say that these two women are teaming up for revenge against Jasmine's mother, I'm like, okay, when are they teaming up? Like, let's get them teamed up. Let's start the ball rolling. And that's not gonna happen till at most, or at least, I don't know, halfway through the book. And I'm like scared it's not gonna happen until like the very end of the book, and the whole synopsis was just revealing the end. Cause that's gonna really suck. But we'll see. I'm gonna read and I will talk to you, I don't know when. I wanna talk to you before I finish it to give you an update, but I might just be like super invested. We'll see. I'll talk to you at some point, hopefully, right? All right, plans have changed. It's 11:30 and I am going to head out. So the ETA for the people who I'm watching the house for is like 7. So like you can just leave whenever. So I'm going to head out. I'm gonna grab lunch, get a car wash, and then meet my mom to golf. I am on page 306. And I just found in the back, there's a guide to the scarification. So that confusion could have was wrapped up just fine if I had looked in the back, which I hate when stuff is in the back and it's not told. Like there's nowhere that says like there's a guide in the back. I'm like, why put it in the back? I'm not looking in the back until I'm done. Like that annoys me. Like put it in the front or say something somewhere that there's a guide in the back, because that didn't help me. So anyways, I guess also, oh my god, and there's an order. Oh, well, no, okay, this isn't very helpful. But, god, I guess I just didn't look at anything, basically. Yeah, okay, that's not really helpful. There's, like, orders, but it's just, like, people that we already know, so never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. I was gonna say something, and I forgot. I think a romance might be blooming, and I'm not really into it. I was literally gonna say on my update, like, I like that there isn't a romance, but I think one is about to start blooming, and it just, like, it's not the way that I would have ever liked it to go. Cause I don't know, I'm just like confused, cause I think Jasmine's like third in command is the same person who is like spying on Ira, not really spying, just like shadowing her. And I think the romance is gonna go Ira and him, Criden, something like that. And like if he had to be part of a romance, I think it would have worked better to be him and Jasmine. But I had kind of hoped that Jasmine and Araya were gonna be together. And the author like isn't against like a character who's dead, which might say something. She was gay, and so it's kind of like, I know that like the author is like fine with like having that in the books, but of course she's dead, so who knows. But I was kind of hoping it'd go that way, and I don't think it is, and I'm not into the way that the romance might be going, because they've literally had like 3 scenes together and 2 of them were like hostile, and which I'm a big fan of enemies to lovers. It like went from like very hostile to all of a sudden Ira's like, he's so attractive, I'm feeling things, and I'm just like, stop, not into it. But we'll see. So I am going to head out, and I guess I will talk to you later. I'm hoping I get further into this book. I really do want to finish it today. I've got what, 230 pages left, so hopefully I will be able to do that. We'll see, and I'll talk to you later. Hi guys, ignore this floof. It's driving me crazy, but I already did my hair, so I'm not redoing it. Oh, it's so bad. Oh god, I can't stand it. But it is 5:30 and we are having people over for dinner, so I have to stop reading now, but I am like 90 pages away from the end. It's okay. I am really not loving it. I feel like it is just too long. Like they spent too much time on stuff that doesn't really matter, and now it's like they're crushing everything into like the last 150 pages, and it's okay. Something about it, it's just like not working for me. Like I feel like she's trying to go for shock value, but every single YA fantasy does this when they have a totalitarian ruler, that I'm just like, Oh my gosh, what a shock. Like, honestly, I can't believe she didn't do this earlier. Like, when you've got a rebel faction, or like when you rise up against a certain people, why don't you just kill all of them? Like, I just never understood like why they keep them alive. Like, just kill them so that they don't, that there's no chance of them rising up against you. But instead they imprison them, and I'm like, well, guess what? Now they can rise up against you. And so when they actually take that step to like kill a bunch of them, I'm like, wow, shocking, you know? And so I just like, I don't know, it's just like not working for me anymore. It's like losing me as it goes on, and I'm just, it's just too much. I'm just like, I don't know what it is, but something about it, it's just losing me the more and more I read it. And it's just like, I really don't know why. I don't know why. I don't know why it's like losing me, but it just like is. And I'm just like, okay, let's go, like, let's continue. Like, I don't know what it is. That's just like, I feel like, I guess I feel it's rushed because like we spent so much time on this other stuff, and now like all of a sudden like all this stuff is happening at once, and I'm just like, wait a second, this should have been spread out throughout the entire book, like 100%. This did not need to happen in the last 150 pages. So now I'm just like I'm not sure what's important and like what's not, and then like I don't know, I don't even know like how to describe it. It's just losing me. It's losing me, definitely, as it goes on, and it's just unfortunate, but that's how it is. But I am going to have to talk to you later. Hopefully I'll be able to finish this tonight. We'll see how it goes. I'll talk to you later. All right, it is, what time? 11:52 on Sunday. And I just finished Witches Steeped in Gold by Shannon Smart. And the last 100 pages were really good. They were really fun, really fast paced. I'm still not invested in the romance like at all, but there was like one reveal that I enjoyed. One reveal was pretty obvious. If you've ever read like any YA novel where like the daughter and the mother are like enemies. And it was just like, okay, I don't know what it is that really is getting to me. Maybe it's because all the characters are so hypocritical and none of them are like that likable, and it's just like, I don't know, but something about it just did not click with me. So I am going to give it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. I am definitely going to pick up the sequel. I want to say it's only a duology because right now it's showing by this author 2 books in this series and then like 2 other books on Goodreads. So I'm thinking that this might just be a duology, which is nice. And I'm pumped to pick up the next one because I am excited to see what happens. I feel like one of our characters feels like Jasmine is irredeemable, and I don't know why, and it's all because she's like going against her mom even though he like helped her with it. And I'm just like, why do you think she's irredeemable because of this? Like, her mom sucks, and it's all because it's like even Obia or whatever, god, Ira's magic cast, he's like, even they would never like go against family. And I'm like, are you kidding? Her mom sucked. Like, get over yourself. So like, I'm just like not sure like why that happened. Like, I feel like it was just like a little ridiculous. Like, I don't think it was a very good explanation. But yeah, and then a couple things were a little easy. Like, they just happened a little too easily, where I was like, if it was this easy to do to begin with, like, why wasn't it done before? You know, it just kind of felt that way. So 3.5 out of 5 stars. Other than that, I did finish 2 other books this week, and now I have no more like Fairyloots on my shelf, which will end like next week because I'm supposed to be getting the June Fairyloot next week. But the first book that I finished this week was The Bright and the Pale by Jessica Rubinkowski. Surprisingly, this was my favorite. I did not have that many issues with this. I thought this was a really fun, really fast-paced adventure tale that follows a girl who is one of the last living people of this village that was frozen in time. And she teams up with a group of individuals, including the best friend she thought was dead for a year, to try and get like a get to a mine that has like all of this mineral that like will make them super rich, and she finds that she's connected to a god in more ways than one. And I enjoyed it thoroughly, and I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The second book that I read was The Prison Healer by Lynette Noni. This is about a girl who is a prison healer, and when the rebel queen is brought in, she is given a missive to protect her at all costs. And the rebel queen is tried at this prison, and she has to complete the ordeal of the elements, and she has to like complete a trial for each element: water, fire, earth, and air, and our main character takes those trials in her place. I enjoyed the first, I enjoyed most of the book up until like the last 10 pages. And then I felt like some stuff happened that was just, like, I just don't understand when you're in the head of someone, like how they can keep secrets from you. Like our main character has like a reveal at the end of the book to us. And it's like, that wouldn't happen. We're in her head. Like it would not happen. The only way that it would have happened is if there were mind readers and she was like actively not thinking about certain things so that people wouldn't catch on. But that was not the case. So I was just like, why was that kept from us besides shock value? Like it just didn't make sense. So I ended up giving it a 3.75 out of 5 stars, which is such a bummer because honestly, up until that, it would have been 4.25, maybe even a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And then the last book that I read this week was Witches Steeped in Gold, where it is about 2 witches. One was the heir to the throne before her family was overthrown, and one is the current heir to the throne. And I'm going to give the synopsis that I wish the book gives. So for the heir who was overthrown, she becomes a warrior for the queen, for the current queen, to try and gain her trust and then overthrow her. Our other character is the daughter of said queen, and she is working with a different group to overthrow her as well. After the halfway point, they start working together. This synopsis makes it seem like they start working together a lot sooner, and they really don't. Like it takes quite a while for them to like do anything together. There were a lot of prejudices, a lot of hate, no character development, and it was 530 pages, and it really didn't need to be. For what happened in this, it did not need to be that long, because honestly, not a lot happened. There was no character development for either of our main characters. There was like a tiny bit for Ira, but really like barely any. And there was no character development for Jasmine. And it was just like, all the characters, like there wasn't really a character that I was really rooting for. They were all hypocritical, all like bad people, and it just wasn't very good. So I gave it a 3.5 out of 5 stars. All right, everyone, here are the 3 books that I read this week, and I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you soon with another video. Bye.